afternoon. I am Don Alexander, Enterprise Account Manager with CPA.com. Today, I'm joined by Laura Redmond, co-founder and partner of Aero Workflow. Laura, thank you for joining us today as we get ready to kick off the 2020 Digital CPA Conference with the November 11th Cast Track Learning Labs. How are you today?
I'm great, Don. How are you?
I'm great. Thank you so much for joining us. I'd love to get started just by getting just a little snapshot of what is Aero Workflow.
Well, thanks for having me today. I would love to tell you about Aero. Aero is a practice management app. It's web-based. It is built for accounting professionals, for firms who are generally running client accounting services, tax practices. It is an app that allows you to document your procedures, how you do things in your business, to organize those processes and schedule the work so that it's just a click away for all of your employees. So I'll tell you a really quick story about how it all began. I run a client accounting service firm based just south of San Francisco in Silicon Valley. We're 100% web-based. We act as the accounting department for our clients, and we needed a system like this to organize our service delivery back in 2010. So we needed to be able to delegate to people who were not necessarily sitting right next to each other. I have staff in Ohio, Arizona. So, and we wanted it in the form of checklists. You can just check off your work so that you do it consistently every time. And so we created Aero for my firm in 2010, and then other firms wanted to use it. So we spun Aero Workflow off the app itself, the SaaS company, as a separate company. And today it powers accounting firms around the world.
Oh, that's amazing. I didn't know that backstory. I love it. Well, as a DCPA sponsor, what are you looking forward to sharing with participants this year?
Well, I really want to show participants that we've built a tool for them. It's built by accountants for accountants. My partners, when we founded it, had also run accounting firms. And so we really know this space. It's built for tech-savvy client accounting service firms or departments of larger accounting firms. And the type of firms that love Aero are firms that recognize that the firm is responsible for their success and that they want to be intentional and planned and scheduled about their service delivery. So Aero's the term they use to do that. And we're all about capturing your knowledge capital, that special way you do whatever it is that you do in your firm. That thing, you know, when you go to do the work that makes you think, this is the way it should be done. This is the right way to do it. This is the way I want that done every time, right? You write up that checklist, roll it out, delegate it to everyone. And these live checklists, each of your staff, when they log into work every morning, has their work assignment. So it allows you to be very consistent and allows the firms to be scalable. And then the firm can watch itself from a bird's eye view, watch the firm at work.
Well, we all come up with little ideas of what we'd love to do, but it takes that extra special person to take it a step further and actually create it and then give it to the masses. That's fantastic. So does Aero have any emerging technologies focused on client advisory services you'd like to share with us?
Well, as a matter of fact, this year we have a big launch that's called Aero Advisor, and that allows firms to take a new Aero account that they open, a separate Aero account for their clients. And that allows them to start to share all of their intellectual property, all their knowledge capital, those checklists, those procedure guides, and spread and share it out with clients. And so that allows you to really capitalize on your knowledge. And these accounts are connected to your firm's account. So all your procedure guides and checklists that you have in your firm's account, you can just publish them out to the sub accounts, if you will, under you. And each of your clients logs into their own Aero account. And so you can now guide your clients to do the work if they want to do it themselves, or if they have an office manager that they want to pay the bills and maybe they're not going to outsource it to you, but you can still be involved and help them. You can be their advisor. So by distributing your knowledge to them in an interactive, organized kind of way, you're still involved. And these new Aero Advisor accounts include white labeling. So your firm's logo is going to be on it when your client logs in, and central wholesale billing. So Aero just bills you for each of your client accounts, and then you can turn around and bill that in whatever manner makes sense with your client engagements.
Well, that is exciting. So many clients, I know everybody has a client that doesn't want to let go and wants to do so much themselves. So this gives you a way to facilitate that with still keeping some control. That's
And
fantastic.
especially in today's work environment where some businesses are, it's just critical. They're just hanging on maybe, and they need to be able to do accounting. Maybe they can't outsource everything. And this allows you to extend and help them do it themselves.
That's a great point. Great point. Well, what makes you excited about being a part of the digital CPA community?
Well, I'm pretty pumped about any topics related to client accounting services, and especially like DCPA's conference, the what's next now, and particularly the driving transformation of practice areas. I've found myself pretty deeply involved in that type of work the past decade. You know, I told you I run an accounting firm. All of our clients are on QuickBooks Online and Bill.com and Expensify and these types of cloud-based apps. Since 2011, early days, we just pushed over and we just figured out. We had to start over, right? I mean, back in those days, all the tech wasn't even built yet. It changed the way we worked. We had to create new workflows. How do you do to pay a bill? You don't necessarily print a check anymore. You press a button, but can you press that button? Will money go to the right place? Is that even approved? How do you get a signature on a screen? You know, all that stuff was weird and new. So as we were building Aero, we built a bunch of tools in for that. There's the Aero library that has a lot of these workflows already built for you. So when a firm starts using Aero, they can look in the library first and go, oh, there's already a detailed checklist here about how to set up QuickBooks Online or how to enter bills in Bill.com. Because enter bills, they have the IVA, like virtual assistant, to help you, but there are actually several other steps. Do you need to put a note in that it's going to be fast paid? Do you have the right approvers? Anyway, there are a lot of steps that go into our work. We know that as accounting professionals, that our work is not only skilled, but it's very, very detailed and important. So we have built in those kind of features in Aero.
I love it. And, you know, to piggyback off what you just said, specifically about the library, I had gone to your website to do just a little due diligence and was looking at it. And I loved the format. It was absolutely wonderful. And there was so much good content there that really explained what Aero Workflow does for you, as well as things like the library and some other pieces, pricing. I mean, everything is just, it's crystal clear there. You guys did a wonderful job on that.
Thank you very much. That
sorry,
is the work that we're doing. That's good.
I didn't mean to segue us there. So as we look toward 2021, what's the one trend that you see developing this year that'll benefit the area of client advisory services that accounting professionals should really be seizing?
I think that I'd say there's so much, but I'd say distributing your knowledge and learning to do that and to value your knowledge outside of maybe the element of time. And so you hear a lot of talk about advisory, and of course advisory means financial forecasting and things like that, but it can also mean advising on tech, setting up all of these accounting systems in this new digital age. And I love how intertwined tech is now with our profession and watching all of the amazing developers build tools for us. I mean, just even at Aero, I mean, we've got, I told you, the library, we've got the vault reports, but we've got an Aero certification program. But back to tech, we've also got an open API, and we've also got direct integrations with Office 365, G Suite, QuickBooks Online, T-Sheets, and Zapier. So if you have an app you want to zap something in to Aero with, I mean, you can do that.
And I love that also, back to your website, it explained a lot of those ports that you already have in for those types of different softwares. It's clear to me that Aero Workflow is an important piece that can fit into anybody's tech stack. Very exciting stuff.
Thank you very much. We try to keep our interfaces really clean. We try to keep it kind of as blank and simple as possible, because it should just be the checklist next to your other windows to get your work done. But as you can see from our website and our webinars and our involvement over so many years, we are fully involved in every facet of client accounting services.
Oh, that's wonderful. Well, Laura, I want to thank you so much for joining us today. Everyone, check out Aero's Workflow Learning Lab today between 1 p.m. and 5 p.m. Eastern Time. Then you can chat with Aero in the 2020 Digital CPA Resource Center. Laura, thank you so much. I really enjoyed our conversation.
Thanks, Don.
We'll talk again soon.